The halls of the Department of Justice are rarely a place for displays of raw, unfiltered emotion, yet the recent termination of Pam Bondi sparked a visceral reaction that bypassed professional decorum entirely. As soon as the news of her departure broke, portraits of former Attorney General did not just come down. They were unceremoniously tossed into garbage cans by career veterans who had spent months simmering under her leadership. This wasn't merely a change in administration. It was a symbolic exorcism of a leader many viewed as a sycophant more dedicated to a political banner than the pursuit of impartial justice. The sight of her smiling face resting among the coffee grounds and discarded memos served as a silent, powerful indictment of a tenure that insiders describe as historically toxic. The roots of this deep-seated animosity are tied to a narrative Bondi herself reportedly enjoyed telling during her time in power. Upon taking her position, she bragged about personally trashing the photos of Joe Biden and Merrick Garland that she found in the building. Her leadership began with an act of petty retribution when she demoted Devin DeBacker, a widely respected veteran who led the National Security Division, simply because he had not removed the previous administration's photos quickly enough. To the career staff, this wasn't leadership. It was a performance of loyalty for an audience of one. By firing and demeaning those who prioritized the institution over the individual, Bondi signaled early on that she viewed the DOJ not as a bastion of law, but as a tool for personal and political grievance. However, the relief felt in the wake of Bondi's departure is heavily tempered by the arrival of her replacement, Todd Blanche. If Bondi was viewed as an unqualified outsider who did not understand the department's gravity, Blanche is viewed as something far more personal, a defector. As a former federal prosecutor who came up to the prestigious Southern District of New York, Blanche was once a member of the very prosecutorial fraternity he is now accused of dismantling. His boastful rhetoric regarding the purging of FBI agents who worked on January 6 investigations has earned him a level of contempt that, in some circles, eclipses even the disdain felt for Bondi. Within the building, he is seen as someone who is gutting the very institution that gave him his career, making his presence a source of profound institutional dread. Speculation regarding the exact catalyst for Bondi's firing suggests a cocktail of incompetence and a failure to meet the specific, aggressive demands of the White House. While rumors swirled about potential leaks to political opponents, the more pragmatic reality involves her inability to deliver on high-stakes promises. Specifically, her perceived mishandling of the Jeffrey Epstein files and her failure to secure indictments against the president's political enemies proved to be her undoing. Donald Trump reportedly expected a more surgical, effective weapon to wield against his rivals, and Bondi's string of legal losses and rejected grand jury bills suggested she was perhaps more effective at television propaganda than navigating the complex machinery of federal prosecution. Former U.S. Attorney Harry Litman and other legal veterans note that Bondi's reputation within the department was that of a leader who displayed dripping contempt for career staff. Her decision to fire Arez Ravini for lack of loyalty further cemented the idea that she valued fealty over the truth. While the portrait wars continue on social media, with official accounts attempting to debunk the trashing of her photos as fake news, the internal sentiment remains clear. There are high fives echoing in U.S. attorneys' offices across the country, not because the future is certain, but because a leader viewed as uniquely unqualified and hostile has finally been purged. While Bondi's portraits may be destined to gather dust in the basement, the Department of Justice remains an institution in deep turmoil, struggling to maintain its virtuous ideals against a culture of absolute political subservience.